Dear users of Reddit, I booked my own hotel room the moment the trip organizer put my name next to a fake public debt board.
When we arrived at the cabin, I saw a color-coded chart taped to the kitchen wall listing everyone's supposed debts except mine. We were supposed to have fun on that weekend getaway, but things took an awkward turn right after we checked into our cozy little cabin. The rental manager, who was also part of our group, had taped a color-coded chart to the kitchen wall. It listed how much each of us owed for snacks, towels, and gas stops. Everyone laughed it off, thinking it was just a game. But as the night wore on, people started asking if I was the reason the trip was so expensive. My name wasn't even mentioned. Instead, there was a fake debt board with every other member's names paired with ridiculous amounts like $5 for a snack and $3 for a towel. That's when the first uncomfortable sign hit me. The organizer seemed unusually focused on how much each of us had supposedly spent. One friend joked that we might need a mediator before dinner, which felt more than just awkward. Then came the second shocker. When I noticed they had reserved themselves a private room while charging me the same share as everyone else. They called it transparency, but it felt like manipulation. I quietly made my way to a cheap hotel nearby and left early. Now half the group says I embarrassed the organizer by making the trip awkward, while others argue it was all in good fun. They kept saying it's just a game. Why can't you chill? But their logic didn't hold up once I pointed out the double standard. Why did I get publicly humiliated for small stuff while they got privacy? The social pressure was intense, especially since most people thought it was fine because it was meant to be playful. Yet I refused to stay silent about it. The real issue is being pressured to pretend nothing happened. No one should handle such a personal matter in front of strangers. Every time I see those photos from the trip now, it feels like a reminder of an uncomfortable truth. Would you have stayed or booked somewhere else too? What I keep coming back to is I went on a shared weekend trip with a group where one person handled the rental. It was harder to brush off because the part that made me snap was seeing the organizer had given themselves the private room while charging me the same share. Would you have stayed there or booked somewhere else too?